up, guys? It's Zach Baker from Get Fit Families. So we have a little course that we've done here, our American Ninja Warrior course, and though I use it mainly for my American Ninja Warrior training, you guys can set up similar things just for basic strength training or tri training. So the first thing we have here is we have BOSU balls. Unfortunately, we don't have any floating steps made yet, but this is what we're using as our sort of precursor before we get those built. So BOSU balls are usually not that expensive, so you can go out, you can buy them on your own. Good place to buy them is Amazon. But BOSU balls are one of my favorite things to use. You can use them for balance training, you can use them for push-ups. If you flip them over, you can use them for push-up training. And you can obviously use them for agility training. So here I'm going to show you a good way to use them for agility training as steps. Bouncing through it like that. You can even go one side. You can do many different things in the step variety, as well as just agility in general. So another quick agility exercise I'm going to show you with them is flipping them over. Making sure to step in the middle. Bouncing over them like that is a really good way to get balance and agility. So try these out. Feel free to go buy them on your own and try them out on your own. And we're gonna move on to our next explanation or obstacle. All right, guys, so this is our next obstacle for the day. So we have the slackline here. So I understand that for a lot of people, a slackline might be pretty hard to put up depending on where you live. But if you do have the ability to get a slackline, I would definitely recommend it. Slacklines really aren't too much money. They're fairly cheap. So if you have the ability to get a slackline, I would definitely get one. Even if you use the top line like I use, it's still great core exercise. So I would recommend putting it around a foot higher than your height. That way you have to sort of extend yourself, which allows you to get more of a core exercise, and it still allows you to work on that balance. Also, if you don't have the ability to get a slackline, another thing you can do is just find some sort of, even like a line to walk. So like if you get a couple 2x4s and you put them in a line, 2x4s less foot, you put them in a line, that would still actually work as just a line to balance on, because they are still great like alignment drills, especially for swimming, getting your body aligned, and it's just also great balance drills. And another thing is they do make mini slack lines that you can set up even in your house. So please look into slack lines and just balance exercises as well, and because that's definitely going to help you with swim orientation and keeping that balance point in line. So all right, guys, so as you can see here, we have our pull-up bar. Pull-up bar is a really easy thing just to get set up. A lot of people have them set up in their house. So if you want to buy some easy pull-up sets to get in your house, that's a great way to work on your upper body strength. There's a lot of different things you can do with pull-up bars. Also, you can do what I did. You can put it outside. It's starting to get nice outside for summer. So if you want to put it outside, that's also another good idea. But here are a few exercises that I use when I'm doing my pull-up bar training. So first, just a typical dead hang. Dead hangs are going to work on your lats, they're going to work on your triceps, biceps, they're going to work on most of your upper body strength, as well as also core and like pec strength as well. So you work a lot of muscles just with the dead hang. as well as grip strength. So hand strength is another thing that you do need for swimming, keeping that tight hand. I know like a lot of people can struggle with keeping their hand tight, sometimes spreading their fingers. Hand strength is a really important thing when it comes to swimming. So that's another thing that this can actually help with. Probably the most famous exercise that you do on a pull-up bar is the pull-up bar's name, pull-ups. So doing daily set of 5 to 10 or more pull-ups is a great way to keep that upper body engaged over quarantine. Another thing that you can do is the easier cousin of the pull-ups, chin-ups. So both of those are great ways to work on your upper body strength. Both of them work different parts of the arm, so I suggest using both of those in your daily routine. Another thing that you can do is a much more interesting workout. You can do jumps. This is another way to work on your hand strength, and this is just a really fun exercise, and it's also difficult, so if you're looking for a challenge, this is one to do. Jumping up, trying to see how far you can get off the bar and come back down. That's also working those lower core muscles and leg muscles, which are needed for dolphin kicks and just kicking in general when it comes to pull workouts. Then the last one you can do, very similar to pull-ups, basically the dead hangs, much harder brother, are lock-offs. So start at 45, you can go even higher, lock off here, back to 45, even more like a 30, and keep changing angles, seeing how long you can hold at each angle. Lock-offs are a great way to really work those bicep muscles, also your tricep muscles, and of course hand strength and even core. So I highly recommend a pull-up bar. So if you can afford one of those, that's a great way to really keep that upper body and core strength engaged during quarantine. So thanks guys.